Now, Barnesy and I will be calling the game. We've got Sean with us to provide special comments with thanks to the Wine Bunker. So we are just about in readiness, and umpire holds his ball in the air, which is always interesting, and we are ready to start, and here is GoFooty.live's Joshua Barnes.
Yes, the umpire still pausing. A little bit of time, takes the bounce now. Chol gets a big jump and wins that over Smith. Huge leap into him. Ball goes down. Fogarty gets a quick hack out of forward 50 inside forward 50. Fort going after it. Players dive on him, or slipping around there. Peak pack forms about 40 metres out from Geelong's goal. Taken away, it was a free kick. Geelong were out.
Yeah, a little bit towards Tucker. He was yes. On the go there, wasn't he?
Yeah, McLaughlin was pushed in the back. Tucker picked it up and looked at the goals, but the umpire pulled it back. So McLaughlin's 50 metres out, directly in front. He's going to line up. Does he have the legs in him here, Sean?
He'd be right on his distance, I think. Possibly can't make the distance from there.
Better chance now than in 10 minutes when the ball gets waterlogged, I suspect.
So he steps in, McLaughlin. Bit of a stuttery run up, kicks from 50. He's got the legs on it by the looks, but he's hooked it to the left.
How often do you see that?
45 seconds into the game. They often say that distance wasn't a problem, but I think on that occasion it was the problem, and it hooked it to the left. Geelong 1 score, Richmond 0. That's on Jack Trades Furniture.
So Broad takes the ball out of the back pocket. Tigers take it out there further, and a mark taken by the player in Chad Harris, the 23rd player for the Tigers today. It's going to be hard to see their numbers against that advertising boarding over there. But anyway, it's all good. Ball coming back. It was McLaughlin who overran it. Coming the other way, it might have been Beasley. Quick kick and cut off there in the centre by Selwood. He brings the ball across now. It goes too far for Parsons back in the VFL side today. But running back behind him, the boy Buse. Buse long behind. And that brings the score now to 2 behinds. That's on the Jack Trades Furniture scoreboard. Geelong 2 behinds. Richmond yet to score. We've played a minute and a half. And with thanks to not Wilson's Wine Tours, he comes in later. The Wine Bunker, Sean Simpson, talk to us.
Yeah, that was a great transition of play by the Cats. They transferred the ball from one side of the ground to the other, and Buse was on the end of a free footy and unlucky not to kick a goal.
So Kruger's taken it in, step mark 6 metre, kicks long towards Fort, makes a contest. Richmond at the fall of the ball, though, kicked in front of Silvestro, picks up outside 50 and hacks the ball forward. There's nobody out there for either side. That's going to roll towards the boundary and beat Capper on out. So we'll have a ball up on centre wing. Good result for Richmond, really. They had nowhere to go there. And they will ball it up right on the centre over in front of Punt Road.
Traffic flowing nicely along Punt Road in a northerly direction. A little bit of a hold up going south if you're looking to turn right into Brunton Avenue. Just have that in mind if you're coming down this part of the
hold up there, though.
Yeah, Chol gets the ball from the ruck. Couldn't get rid of it in time. Selwood in hard, getting it, looking for the ball. And it's just sort of bouncing around on the wing out there at the moment. Going in that way, looks like it might have been was Kennelly. And hello to those who pointed out the correct spelling, pronunciation of his name during the week on GoFooty.live. Kicked inside 54. The Cats again, but a good mark taken by Caulfield in defence. Gets the ball moving, and the Tigers bring it to this side of the ground, and we love that very, very much. Ball's going to roll out of bounds, and it will be thrown in before Tommy Silvestro can get to it. You're listening to GoFooty.live, and you can hear that on the GoRadio.live app. You can listen to it on the VFL app. You can listen to it through the Cats VFL page. But recently, if you've got an Alexa, you can now say to Alexa, "Hey Alexa, play GoRadio.live," and you can listen to it on that as well. Kick forward by Fogarty, but cut off coming the other way, and that might have been
Eggy, I think.
I think it is Eggy, who's going to be called that all day because we can't pronounce his name properly. Egg
Molessi Smith, I reckon.
There it is. I think that's what it is. We got a bit of a thumbs up before from his coach, so that's a good thing.
Close enough. We'll throw in front of the interchange gates now. Smith and Chol again doing battle. Smith taps it in front of him, looking for Selwood. Ball bounces around into the hands of Weller. He gets it onto the boot. Simpson coming through, can't pick it up. It goes again. This time he picks it up. Sweeping handball, doesn't make it to Tucker. Goes over his head. Here comes Bolton coming through. Quick kick on the left, was smothered. Guthrie gets hands on it and forces it out of bounds. They're appealing for deliberate, but the umpire says no.
I'm not having any of that. Now, the other thing I've noticed about the Cats jumpers, I noticed at senior level and last night too, we can see them right in front of us here. We've got Curtis McCarthy down here in front of us. That interesting back shape that's kind of like, comes in like a singlet and then another bit comes out underneath.
I think it's taking its cues from the NBA singlets these
days. Fashion tips with GoFooty.live. Ball on the half-forward flank. That's it. And rolls out of bounds, and it'll be thrown in just inside the 50-metre zone for the Tigers in front of the iconic Jack Dyer stand here at Punt Road Oval, now known as the Swinburne Centre.
It is a ripper, that stand. Smith's forced under the ball. Chol might have got away with one there. Dropping the ball was Turner. It's picked up by Geelong. Scurried ball forward. Not a lot of numbers out here. Chasing in first will be Beasley. He fumbles it over the boundary line. Can almost touch that one, Sean.
Yes, nice and close to the action there as Nathan Broad is looking to throw a bit of his weight around. As a good little match up there. He's on Wiley Buzzer, so looking forward to those two pitting themselves against each other this afternoon.
Yeah, and interesting that Kruger started at centre-half back basically for Geelong after playing a lot of time forward this year. Smith again falls under it, but got a hand on it this time. At the bottom of the pack there might be Cheetahs.
Yeah, well, you can't tell from that angle,
There's a lot
can
of
you?
bodies on him. We're going to have a ball up.
We know he's wearing white shorts. That's the only bit that's sticking towards us at the minute.
And Chol has proven a bit of a handful for Zach Smith at the minute. His athleticism's been pretty good, but in saying that, Zach won that tap out.
Smith clearly did, but Fogarty can't pick it up. Bolton's got it. It hasn't gone out yet. They all look at the umpire. He's going to have to throw it in about 10 centimetres away from the boundary line, if that.
Yeah.
He'll probably bring it in a couple of metres. Bit of a stalemate to start this game. Near side with a lot of flow, as we've seen quite a bit throughout this season. Smith forced around. Chol's doing a really good job in the ruck there, body-wise. Turner picks it up, handball back, stepping through and trying to find room. It might be Eggy.
It is.
Melissa Smith kicks forward inside 50. Kruger in good position at the back, punches away. Kicked off the ground. It's going to go out in the full. Good idea, though, by Arts. Tried to get the ball forward, but got too much on it. So Zach Guthrie's opposite 39 will take the kick in the back pocket. We've
played 5:55 on the Jack of Trade scoreboard. The Tigers yet to worry the scorers. Geelong have kicked a couple of behinds early in the quarter. Guthrie kicks the ball down towards the wing. Buzzer missed that by about 15 metres. He was up that far. And Smith tries to control on the ground. It comes out the back. Eggy going in hard for the ball as you'd expect him to. That time it was the player in Coates looking for it, and he's harassing the Geelong player on the ground. Ball comes out the back end, and Cheetah finds some room in the now famous phone box. Simpson dances like his father used to do at Linton Avenue in Moorabbin, and dances backwards into a pack, and the umpire says, no, free kick coming to the Tigers. And the free kick recipient looks like it might be, well, turn around if you'd help. That'd help us. Is it? He's hurting, whoever he is. And, yeah, it must be Streety because someone's yelling out, Streety, have a look. So it must be Streety. It is, in fact, Lachlan Street. Man of the mark just inside the 50. Street will kick from just about on the 50-metre line, kicking towards the punt road end of the ground.
Looks like a left footer too, Barnesy.
He absolutely is. He struck that beautifully. That's on track, but it's not going to make the distance. Smith got a hand in there, and that hit the goal post. Looked good off the boot, but didn't have the legs there.
Yeah, the left footers, they just got something about them, haven't they?
Yeah.
They're just so smooth the way in their approach to kicking and everything. And it was well struck, but just fell short by about a metre, Barnesy.
It's very similar in a lot of walks of life. Left-hand batsmen also look better than right-handers, and that's coming from a right-hander. Zach Guthrie doesn't have to kick it to himself these days. He runs out, kicks along towards Abbott, strong position, and Buzzer's going to get a free kick for being pushed under it. Smith's charging forward. He goes quick down the line towards Tarka.
It was our top cut last week.
Yes.
He might have been lucky to get that one. I reckon he juggled it over the line, but the umpire says, no, he controlled it. Just looking at the netting behind the goals and also that kick from Street, there seems like there's a breeze from left to right going to that end of the ground at the moment that's enough to probably impact on some kicks. Ball inside 50. Constable gets it off to Parsons back with the VFL. His hand pass goes astray and disappears behind the videographers sitting in front of us. So we'll just have to see what's going on. Ball in 45 metres around from the the Geelong goal. They're kicking to the Bunton Avenue or South Yarra into the ground.
Yeah, there's been no real scoreboard pressure from the Cats, but I just like the last couple of minutes, the way they've settled and their transition of footy has been a lot better.
That's the voice of Sean Simpson, brought to us by the Wine Bunker. Online Wines, they are the really good operators to talk to if you like your wine, particularly a nice Shiraz that I had the other night. A Cuckoo Tharma, I think was the brand. A very, very nice piece of work there by my mate David down at the Wine Bunker.
As ball's thrown up again, Chol might have got that one, but Constable was first, so his left foot kicks goes nowhere. Parsons goes up and punches it. He's going to get a free kick for being pushed, which is very interesting. Wow. It wasn't a marking contest.
Front on pressure, I think, there, Barnesy, maybe?
Yeah, well, I think it has to be a marking contest if that's going to be paid. But Parsons has it anyway. Certainly didn't travel 15 metres. He's 55 metres out from goal. He's going to wind up. He could almost go the journey here. And he's launched that from just outside the 50. He's cleared the fence.
Kick.
Huge kick from Parsons. Poor manning of the mark from Richmond. And Geelong get their first on the board.
It was terrible. He was very disinterested, the man on the mark. I thought he was playing cat and mouse. I thought, he's just going to let him waltz up and get too close. close to him. Next minute, he's going to put his hands up and smother the kick. But at no point did he raise his arms, the guy on the mark. And Paso from outside 50, beautiful contact. The ball went really high as well, Barnesy.
Yep.
And used that breeze a bit as well,
Yeah,
just
possibly.
taking it right to left at that end, which is great.
Yeah, so Geelong 1 goals to 8, Richmond 0 goals 1-1. We played 9.5 on the Jacket Trades Furniture. He sort of just wandered up Parsons, and that's his go, is his long kicking.
Yeah.
And you have to know that on the mark.
But the bloke on the mark just sort of let him run past
He didn't
almost.
even put his arms up in the shot.
Yeah.
I think Parsons was trying to trick him at first, and then he just thought, how good's this?
That's, of course, the leading contender at the moment for the Bonnie Energy Gold of the Day. I was talking to the guys at Bonnie Energy during the week. They're excited about being involved as well. They'll learn.
I think they want more goals.
But unquestionably, it would be a contender anyway, kicking that distance. That's an awful bounce.
On that, I did see, as I was going to my car at Footscray, as we wait for a rebound, there was a Bonnie Energy stickered car parked next to me.
Is that right?
Footscray. So I don't know if they were watching or whether they live nearby. But I thought that was a nice touch of them to give us some support by parking next to me.
Absolutely. So the ball bounced in the centre. It bounced a second time, and Constable runs out with it. He's looking for Taka, who's in a foot race out there. Looks like it might be with Street. And out of bounds, umpire says deliberate. And no, it could be Brewer out there.
Disappointed by that umpire. You got to charge over a little bit more. Just get a little bit more airtime on those ones, yes.
Yeah, but he thinks he's only on radio. He doesn't know about the stream that's going on next door here. So ball out on the far half-forward flank. I'll take it, Barnesy, because you can't see that far. So the ball is, it might have been McLaughlin written into the ground. The ball spills out. Coming the other way, Buse showing some experience. Poor kick, though, gets smothered. Ends up in the hands of his teammate. Constable passes it on further. This time it's Brownless. Brownless's hand pass is poor, and Chold gets in the road. Gee, I love his orange boots. It makes it easy to determine out who he is out there. Ball hand passed out in the end. Coming the other way, it looks like it's Guthrie. Either that or it's under 12, one or the other. Brownless gets it. Hand pass is smothered. Ends up in the hands now of Abbott. He's trying to work his way through. Umpire says you took too many on. It's going to be a free kick. Free kick will go to Sean Manor.
I think that was a bit like the schoolyard. There just wasn't much happening, and the umpire just plucked one there just to try and open it up a bit, I think.
That was a phone box with several people in it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very messy.
So Manor drives a helicopter to the front of the goal square. That's well marked back there. That might be McCarthy.
On a day like today, that is a broken finger every time, isn't it?
Absolutely shocking kick. No forward's ever going to mark that. So McCarthy goes, not McCarthy standing in front of me, so that might be Kennelly. He goes long down the line towards Fort. Should mark that. Almost did. The umpire will pay it anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't have it for a long
No,
time,
he's a
but
bit
had
lucky in the
control.
end. Bit lucky in the end,
Yeah.
I thought. He didn't have it for too long.
That's umpire Patrick, who I met earlier, and there's enough people coming off the ground there. And he wears glasses in real life, so maybe he was blinded by the light wrapped up like a deuce another runner in the night. Guthrie kicks the ball towards the 50-metre line. I think everyone's looking into the sun. That's hit Buzzer in the face because of the sun. Good hand pass in the end by Brewer. Brewer, also an ex-Brisbane Lions player, did a few rookie things up there, and that's an awful kick. He's kicked it to his teammate, and that's a great component. The only problem is the teammate's on the bench. And it's going to be a free kick taken by Zach Guthrie. And he's getting about 15 metres towards where I thought the ball crossed the line. But the umpire is in better position than me.
And Zach's had a good start to the game as well. I reckon he's on about his 4th possession there, so he's had a great start.
Very solid year for Guthrie. He'll be leading the VFL bets in first, I would guess. So ball goes inside 50 from him. Weller has it, and he handballs that straight out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in. We're about 55 metres out from the goal for Geelong, in front of the David Mandy building. I think I'm reading that right.
Yes, you are.
Here at the Swinburne Centre, or Punt Road. Good crowd starting to gather on the hill as well as in Jack Dyer stand. Enjoying that Suvlaki truck out there as Abbott reaches over, grabs it, snaps the ball inside 50 towards Schlensog. It's going to be marked by Egmalesi Smith. He marks inside his defensive 50 and looks to switch. Goes across the ground. He finds Menadue out the far side. Chipping ball inside, finds Beasley. Down the line, Richmond go, trying to work that outer side. Held up now by Geelong. Handball inside, working their way through. Fumble on the forward 50 was bad by Turner. His quick handball towards Kennelly is intercepted. Handball back McLaughlin now, feeds it back. Running into trouble there. And Oakenberg gets his first kick, and it's a hack off the outside of the boot, and it's going to be a turnover. Marked by Richmond in the centre of the ground, Neil.
Indeed. So the ball comes across. We love it when it comes this side of the ground. Tigers running forward. That could have been Brewer again. Kicks the ball down, and good mark in front. And in fact, that wasn't Brewer that kicked it. It was in fact Chad Harris, the 23rd player. And a good mark. A good mark taken there in the forward line by the Tigers. If he turns around, we'll tell you who it is. It is in fact Luke Nelson. And we spoke to the forwards coach, name eludes me momentarily, Griffo. That was how he's referred to in the email. And he spoke about young Luke Nelson today, so as a player we should be looking out for.
Well, it makes it easy when he's got a mark inside 50. He strides to about 45, and kick is dead on straight. That's a goal. Beautiful finish by Nelson. Good mark too. And Richmond are on the board. 1 goal, 1-7. Geelong 1-2-8. We played 14.5 minutes on the Jack of Trades furniture. And thanks to the Weinbarker, Sean, what did you see in that goal?
Yeah, it's the Tigers were pretty good there. The ball movement was pretty slow in the build-up to going inside 50, but once they found the young fella, he kicked truly, and I liked his kicking style too, Barnes. He didn't really over-kick the footy. Yeah. He just leant back on it nicely, didn't he?
Yeah, beautiful kick. It was straight on line. I think once they got that switch over to this side, as Neil said, it's good to get it over this side, but they had a lot of space here, and that was Harris who hit him up, I think. Beautiful kick inside 50.
It was indeed. A couple of good things done by the young fella playing as the 23rd player today. So umpire in the centre ready to bounce the ball. It's Geelong 1-2-8 leading the Tigers 1-1-7. We've played 15 minutes on the Jack of Trades furniture scoreboard. Umpire comes in quite deliberate in his approach, bounces the ball. It's a beautiful bounce. I was talking to the umpire before. His concern was the ball would get wet and hard to control when they were bouncing it because of the amount of dew out there. Free kick paid, kick forward by Selwood inside 50. That's a penetrating kick. There's a lot of big blokes up there. Ball spills to the front. Getting the ball that time was McLaughlin. Gets it off to McCarthy. McCarthy doesn't know what to do with it. Spills out the back. Schenslog, I'll try that again. Schlensog kicks the ball, rolls through for a behind and takes the lead to 2 points. Geelong 1-3 and Richmond 1-1. A little bit of push and shove going on in the middle of the ground between a couple of players out there. Looks like it might have been Ockenberg and also Cusack having a bit of a how do you do. Welcome to the football.
Markov kicks the ball up forward. Caperon couldn't grab it for Geelong, but it's turned around anyway. Quick handball out from Constable, looking for Buse. He picks it up and he runs the wrong way, so he turns around the other way and he's gone. He's handballed that out of bounds anyway. So we'll have a throw in.
So
there,
he could have been gone either way. I would have thought he got away with both.
Yeah, a little bit lucky there, and he slipped over at a crucial point as well. So, yeah, very lucky there.
So throw it in front of that Sivlaki truck. Smith at the back tried to grab it, bounced off his chest, tap forward for Geelong, but stepping through really nicely. Might have been Ballard. Ball's kicked forward towards Shai Bolton, trying to find some space, as we said he does. Grabbed as he tried to handball then, almost threw that in the end. I think that was Harris out there.
Didn't see the other player coming, did he?
Yeah, good tackling pressure by the Cats there. I think that was Charlie Constable, was it? He's had a prolific start to the game too, Barnes. He's had half a dozen touches already.
Out policing the forward line. So the ball being tossed in, spinning. Coates up against Smith. Smith's got the advantage of height and strength. Gets the ball down in front of the pack. Good pressure by Fogarty out there. Quick hand pass by Weller. Weller kicks the ball forward. It's going to roll out of bounds. Right in front of the Swinburne sign. We are at the Swinburne Centre. Fair bit of money being poured into a relationship between the Richmond Football Club and the Swinburne University of Technology, which is great to see. Stuff around sports science and stuff. So it's a really good partnership for what I understand of it.
And I think there's a bit of a mismatch here with Billy Coates up against Zach Smith. The poor man's given... he won the tap though, after giving away about a foot.
Yeah, it looks like Smith's trying to force him under the ball. Fogarty gets one away before he's cleaned up. Umpire said it was all fair. The ball comes down inside Geelong's forward 50. The handball back looking for Egglesy. Smith Parsons trying to track it down, but clever tap on was really good. Manor kicks the ball out, almost picked up, fumbled over the line by Arts. Stays in, actually. Handball forward, and that's tapped out by Guthrie. Well done in the end. Good hand in it before he could get to Street.
Good hand by Guthrie.
Yeah, he just got a hand in there and managed to force the ball out of bounds, which the Cats will be really happy with because they've now got a 50-50 and a chance to go inside their forward 50.
So for those just joining, and this is GoFooty.live, we've got the VFL match between Geelong and Richmond from Punt Road. Selwood in good position to get the ball, gets tackled, but just strength and experience. He spins out of it, gets the ball eventually back to Smith. Smith kicks the ball inside 50 to 3-on-2. Tigers in front, ball spills to the front. Lachlan Fogarty can't control it, gets it off to McLaughlin, throws onto his left boot and misses. So the ball comes out, ends up now in the hands of, could be Turner running with it, kicks the ball out, and a good mark taken down here on the wing by Collier Dawkins. One of three players in the side today with a hyphen in their name. It's an unusual thing, you'd think, Sean?
Yeah, I would have thought so, but as mentioned earlier, it's the modern thing.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
So his kick was turned over. Buzzer's just come off the interchange bench and he's screaming for it. Well, we kicked outside Geelong's 50 towards Buzzer now. Fort's there too. He's one in best position, but it's well punched away by Coates. Ball comes to Egg Molessi Smith, who's had plenty of it in their first quarter, and his squaring ball is good. Handball on the forward towards Beasley. Picks it up, looks inside 50 and kicks that way now. In front is Reed. Almost marks it one-handed. Tapped down there and picked up by Brownless over the other side. He's in trouble.
Is he what?
Taking in a good tackle. The ball spills over the boundary line, and we're going to have a throw in.
I reckon Hugh Beasley's a player that they should be looking at AFL level as a rookie again. I think he's got good running skills. He's probably your third tall.
Yep.
What age would he be now?
He would be 23.
Yep.
So
in his prime.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Not as a key, I mean, he's a key defender at this level, but he would probably do better being sort of your third tall.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the missing ingredient we'll look for today is intercept marking for that third tall. You have to be able to get over and intercept the ball. But he's a good runner. He knows where to go. He certainly looks at home at this level. As Geelong, looking to go forward. Handball back found broad for Richmond. Good interception. Ball going forward. Again, looking to get out of the centre. Mav Weller's tackled. Good tackling pressure from Geelong, as Sean said so far today. And Selwood holds this one and will have a bounce on the far side of the centre square.
Just entering time on 20 minutes played. First quarter, Jacker Trades Furniture scoreboard tells us Geelong kick 1 goal 3, Richmond 1 goal 1. 2 points the difference here on a beautiful day. It's not quite as beautiful as the Central Reserve in Colac, as we've said on several occasions, but a beautiful day nevertheless. Great for football. Coming out the side now is Bolton for the Tigers. Kicks the ball forward. He's got a one-on-one. Buse leading in the race for the ball in front of Manor. Ball goes out of bounds. Umpire says we'll throw that in. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on, and a free kick being paid. And the free kick is being paid against
Ben Reid.
Ben Reid, who just decided to take his Richmond opponent out.
Arts, I think that is.
It could be. And so it's going to be a free kick. Right on the 50-metre line is where you will find the man on the mark. And just a bit of silly play there with thanks to the wine bunker, Sean Simpson.
Yeah, it was, because Shea Bolton broke out of the centre and his kick was pretty ordinary, to say the least. And then for Ben Reid to give away a free kick, the Tigers have now got an entry inside 50, which they shouldn't have.
Absolutely. So the ball it is stacks on the mill, just to use an overused phrase.
I can't believe it took us 21 minutes to get into the stacks on the mill.
Yeah, no, we've got to get in somewhere during the first quarter. 21 minutes played. Jacker Trades Furniture says that it's the Cats by 2 behinds, 1-3 to 1-1. Deep in the forward line for the Tigers, the punt road into the ground. Tapped down by Smith. Goes out towards the boundary line, and that's where it will go for a throw-in. Traffic moving nicely now on punt road. It's a bit of a hold-up before, but it's now moving nicely in the southerly direction. If you're heading down to the beach from Clifton Hill, good way to be. Wave as you go past. We want a toot.
Ball's thrown in. Smith reaches over the top. Oh, dropping the ball there with the Geelong player. The ball's handballed out. They've got some space out here, but not enough space. The boundary line beats him. We'll have a throw in again.
More stoppages, Barnesy.
Yep.
We saw plenty of those last week, and it seems to continue here again today. In perfect conditions, I might add.
Yeah, it's another beautiful day. A little bit greasy out there at the moment, but you can't complain about the weather outside of that. Ball thrown in has really favoured Geelong. They gave him an extra 10 metres almost. Smith taps it down. Trying to get out of the space there is Richmond. A lot of players around this ball again. Selwood lays a hefty tackle, and we're going to do it again.
I reckon if I was a young Richmond boy, I'd be zoning in on Scott Selwood here at these stoppages, because he's the man who'll take you to the footy, Barnesy.
Yep, he's really hunching it. He's hunching the man really well so far today as well.
So Abbott's the man in the ruck now. Comes out the back now to Parsons. Parsons' hand pass beautifully intercepted that time by the Tigers. That might have been Fletcher, and in the end gets back to the the Cats, but a great tackle, sees the ball spill out, and it's going to roll out of bounds again in the forward pocket, right where the 50-metre line meets the boundary line in the Tigers' attacking zone. We have played 22.5 minutes in the first quarter. Geelong 1-3-9, Richmond 1-1-7. Now, if you're enjoying the radio broadcast today, I can tell you during the week that the video will be available on the Richmond website, so make sure you check that out and just see how many of the players we got wrong, because I bet you there'll be plenty. Ball spills out the back. Nothing worse than having a video guy next to you when you're doing a radio broadcast, because you've got to get it right, don't you? Ball out on the wing, and ends up in the hands this time of Collier Dawkins, I think it was, that hand passed the ball. He's the Richmond player on the wing, looks around, he's got a player back in defence and finds him, and that is Broad. Spilled the ball, but he got the mark, got the ball and kicked it. Simpson coming the other way, a good fist in there, ends up in the hands of Buzzer. Buzzer's taken the mark inside 50, hand passes over the top now to Simpson. Simpson does his very best leg work, and it was fair income. Could have been an FA Cup final with the work then. And it's a behind to the Cats. 1-4-10, 1-1-7, 3-point lead on the Jacker Trades Furniture scoreboard.
Yeah, an interesting handball by Big Buzz. I mean, it went along the ground. It would have been better served up in the air into his hands, I think, Buzz.
Yeah, he had a lot of time there to think his way through it, Buzz. And
Probably
I don't think he did
too
really.
much time.
Yeah, handball the ball in front of Simpson. Good goalkeeping by Egg Molessi Smith there to force it through. Ball's kicked down the...
Because goalkeeping
side
is
there.
exactly
Abbott
what it
comes over
was.
the top. Yes, it was. Trying to step through was Collier Dawkins. He didn't get very far. Turner now ridden into the ground. I don't think we're going to do it again. We're going to have a ball up a bit closer to us this time, which we like.
Yeah, very, very nice indeed.
1-4 plays 1-1. We've played 24 minutes on the Jacko Trades Furniture. Another Dower contest at the moment. Abbott over the top of Chol. But Bolton was the only one there at ground level who wanted it. Selwood can't track him down. He kicks through the middle. Over the top, this one's going Reed
Nice.
best,
Well,
but he
bad
dropped
luck.
the mark. Crucial mistake there. Thompson's got a little bit of time now to look inside 50. Handball at the top. Reed tracks down. Oh, great tackle by Reed. He got a boot to it, perhaps.
It was Harris, I think, was the player underneath it.
Kennelly's ridden into the back. The umpire didn't think so. So it's thrown out by him. Two wrongs might make it right. The ball's dropped by Geelong out in the forward pocket, back pocket. Oh, strong tackle. We're going to have a ball up here eventually. The umpire's charging in.
Really good tackling pressure by both teams.
By both sides, yes.
Especially the Cats. I note we better mention Ben Jarvis was involved there before with a very good tackle as well. So
Good
Dave,
afternoon to you, Dave. You having a listen? Did you get the impression that Dave knew the family last
I
week?
just got a little hint of that, yes.
Proud South Australians. There are plenty of them, aren't there? Ball out on the half-forward flank, just outside 50 now. Richmond player underneath the pack. Can't see who it is from here. But ball spills out the back. Eggy moving towards the ball. It might have been Brownless that he interfered with. Ball keeps going on. Good attack on the ball that time by Reed. Rolls out of bounds on the wing. And it will be thrown in. Geelong 1-4-10. Richmond 1-1-7. We've played 25 and a half minutes. Number 56 out there playing for the Tigers, Blake Brewer. Was a rookie at Brisbane. Got a fair bit of Josh Green about him.
Right.
The way he runs. He's got that red hair, so if you're trying to work out which one he is, you don't need his number.
The Cheetahs bangs the ball inside 50 to Geelong, but it's going to be marked. At least defender for Richmond, well placed. They're going to try and get out in the spread here. Broad's got it. Not a lot ahead for him though.
Yeah, Richmond with a +1 there, Barnesy, up in the back line. So,
And they've got it out here now on the wing. I know Parsons getting here out in time.
And Connor Menadue has got the footy at half back for the
He
Tigers.
does. So Richmond trying to think their way through the wing here. They're probably going to have to go long towards Chol. Abbott backing back into him. Coming over the top was Ockenborough. Got two hands to it. Quick hands by Bolton was good. Weller handball out. Looking for Gruer, and he's tackled straight away by Selwood. You're not getting out of that one. The umpire's going to have to come in and take this.
Barnesy, one thing in the modern game, there's 6 or 8 people went up there, not one person from behind punched. There's no such thing as a punch in footy anymore.
Absolutely.
You can mark from 4 deep these days.
You don't see a lot of closed fists, really, do you?
No.
They're all sort of reaching over.
And on a day like today, too, where the ball is going to be slippery because of the amount of dew on the ball, you'd think that would be an ideal way to punch, wouldn't it?
Exactly right.
Kicked inside by Bolton and a good mark taken. That might be Manor. He's marked at about 48.7 metres out from goal. He's kicking to the punt road end. We've seen that there's a bit of a breeze driving.
50 metres.
Oh, well, he won't have any problem with the breeze now.
So the umpire behind the plays charged in and called them. Not sure what for. There certainly wasn't any rough play, I don't think. Someone must have encroached on the area or something. So Manor's going to go into the goal square and kick a goal.
Well, if he doesn't kick it from there, I'll go out and replace him. So we're almost at quarter time. Geelong by 3 behinds, and now it's the Tigers by 3 points. 2-1-13, the Tigers. Geelong 1-4-10, and Sean, that's disappointing in a game where only one side, where a side has kicked 1 goal each to give away 50 metre this late in the quarter.
Yeah, it was disappointing, and once again, Shea Bolton was involved in that passage of play, so he's had another goal assist, and I think the Cats might have to put a bit of time into him because he's up to 6 possessions already for the quarter.
And damaging possessions too. He's one of the few players out there at the moment that is getting free of a man and getting the ball away before he's tackled.
So goal kickers for the Tigers so far, Manor and Nelson, and for the Cats it's Parsons. 2-1-13 to 1-4-10, 27 3/4 minutes played in the quarter. Umpire looking around, making sure we've got the 6-6-6 organised. And, yep, well good. Yep, righto, throw it up. Come on, let's go. So the ball in the centre, they're continuing to bounce it despite the fact the ball is wet and the centre's pretty solid, I've got to say, so it's good solid bouncing area. Chol takes down the ruck and takes off and runs, puts it on his left boot, kicks the ball long, and a good mark in defence by the Cats, and that is Kruger.
Off that 2-footed jump we
Yes,
mentioned
yes,
last
that's
week. He's,
There it was again.
I reckon he's played a fair bit of basketball in his day.
He's got Kennelly out here in space, but he goes the other way. Yes, I think you're right.
Long kick out to the far side. Chol's in best position, but his man got in front and spoiled him. He's chasing after it. Chol been impressive.
He's mobile, isn't he,
Yeah.
Chol?
Cheetah's got it on the boot though. Fought in front, quick hands. Couldn't find Smith. but he finds it anyway from the fumble.
How can you
Gets
not
back
find
into
Smith?
traffic.
He's about 8 foot tall.
Handball out to Tucker, goes back to Buzzer now, looking inside 50. His kick goes along the ground and was smothered. Intercepted by Richmond out in front of that yellow sign. Good camouflage. The ball kicks down the line towards Charlie. He's going to mark this all by himself on the wing.
Am I being unfair to say that Buzzer just takes 1 step too long or 1 second too long to make some decisions sometimes? Is that what's costing him at the moment?
I think on that occasion again, he might have had too many options to kick to inside.
Yeah,
50, so
he doesn't make a decision and go with it.
Yeah.
He sort of stops and he got the ball partially smothered again. Kick towards the top of the 50, and that's a mark taken by Collier Dawkins. One of 3 hyphens playing for the Tigers. Kicks the ball inside 50. There's a good mark opportunity there and a push out. And the free kick will go to Ballard. And I think it was a fairly obvious one, despite what Mr. Capron might be saying. I think it was a fairly evident push. Sean Simpson with thanks to the wine bunker.
Yeah, have you ever seen the umpire say, "You're right, Daniel, sorry, I got that wrong.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'll give it to you, mate. Sorry about that."
Well, there was a little bit of conversation last night about one of the goals that went through or was behind it, that many of the players were pointing that out too, but it didn't seem to change the decision.
Yeah, no, he was just a little bit sloppy there, Daniel Capron. He just tagged the shoulder as the ball was coming through. He actually had him outranked too. He protected the ball drop nicely and was probably going to be able to spoil the footy, but unfortunately infringed, and the Tigers go back and hit the post.
Now, I was going to say what Ballard will probably do here is start at left and get it to move across with that breeze, and he started at left. It just didn't move across with that breeze, and it was a poster. So Richmond 2-2-14, Geelong 1-4-10, 30 minutes played. Gee, last week this would be the end of quarter time by now. We had very short quarters last week, but this week
at times.
that's right.
Simpson's tackled him.
Oh, how did he get that?
He got it back. And the umpire's going to give him a free kick. He's not happy with the treatment from Chol.
Yeah.
The big shove didn't really move the big man too much.
No. But
sort of just looked at him. So Simpson will take the free kick. He's 60 metres out from his own goal. Runs almost out of bounds. Got close to the line there. The ball's kicked down towards Buzzer, but it's too late. The siren goes.
Just before the siren, Barnesy might get a stat for that.
Stat.
He'd be happy with that.
Yeah, his dad's counting them. So it's quarter time here on GoFooty.live. The score is Richmond 2-2-14, Geelong 1-4-10.